Hello, today I'm going to talk about the final boss in my escape from Apple, the MacBook Pro. So I'm happy with my Galaxy S24 Ultra. I'm happy with my watch. I'm happy with my earbuds. I'm happy with my gaming PC. I'm happy with everything. And the one thing where the Mac kind of wins, where it is the GOAT, is the laptop arena. Now I have this, it's a Asus M15 ROG, blah, 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 all the codes and all that stuff. This is a 2020. And it's a great laptop. It's just that the Mac is so much better than what Windows has to offer right now. So the Mac, it runs dead quiet. It can run on batteries at full power, and it just has the long ass battery life. Now this, when you put it in performance mode, it's pretty powerful for what it is. And it can do all the tasks that the MacBook can do as well. That's a MacBook M1 Pro, 14-inch Pro, whatever the naming scheme is. And this can hold its own. But when I put it in performance mode, the fans kick on. So here I'm going to show you a comparison of this compared to the Mac. And it's going to be rendering a video in DaVinci Resolve. And I'm rendering the same little movie file, and you could hear the Mac is dead quiet. And this is the hardest I'm going to push it personally, a 4K video. And this one, you could hear some fans. It's not bad. It's not bad at all, but comparatively, you can hear some. Render is almost over. It's been 11 minutes. Fans are still dead quiet. And that's the loudest the 14-inch ever get. This rendering is louder. I took it to Nando's for recording. The great thing about this is he has an Android phone too, and I was able to quick share with him, which usually trying to get a file on his phone is a pain in the butt because I have to go into his house to use the Wi-Fi, upload a file, and then he has to go in there and download it. And in a matter of seconds, the master file was just whoop, it was just right over to his phone. It was amazing. I know Apple has that with AirDrop, but when you go Windows and Android, you get Quick Share, and it works just as well. And I've been using it, and I appreciate it. So it wasn't that loud recording over there. I took a little video here. My voice for reference. Pretty quiet. And as you can hear a little bit of fan, but it wasn't that loud. It wasn't bothersome. You wouldn't notice it unless you listen for it. But other than that, it was fine. So next up is web browsing. And this is where you kind of do that unplugged, because it's like, what's the point of having a laptop if you can't web browse unplug? I don't do much of that on a laptop, but I'm going on vacation and I have a feeling I'm going to be doing a lot more of that. And if you can't do that unplugged on a laptop, you're better off with a tablet. So I tested out web browsing. Obviously, all these tests, the Mac is dead quiet. So I'm only showing this because this is the only thing that's going to be noisy. And so for web browsing, I'm going to put it on balance mode, and that will lengthen the battery life. And it will also hopefully keep the fans lower. I don't know. And I'm going to see after web browsing what it sounds like. And here you go. So I've been on there in 15 minutes. I tried balance mode, but the fans really didn't come on. So I went to performance mode, and you can kind of hear something, but not really. So I think just from web browsing, you're not going to really have much to worry about because it's on performance mode and it's not very loud. I checked the battery, and with this 15 minutes I've used, it says an hour and 45. So it's like a 2-hour battery life, which is really nothing compared to the MacBook. So far this has passed all my tests. It's not as good as the Mac. I'm not even going to try to say that. Like, this isn't a versus because this would lose. But the whole question is this 2020 gaming laptop, the Asus M15, is this good enough? Like, if I didn't own the Mac already, would this be fine? In a couple years, hopefully they'll have the Windows on ARM, and hopefully that will have the quietness and the battery life, and you can also game, and then that will be officially the GOAT of all laptops. But for now, this is just, is this good enough? And I'm going to try to prove that, because so far it's passed adequately. But like I said, the MacBook's better, except for gaming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this on my vacation. And that's where, if I can get through my vacation without cursing against the battery life or the fans or whatever, I shouldn't be using it that much. So for me, the use case isn't going to be like somebody else, where if you're going to need your laptop 100% of the time when you're out on the road, yeah, your use case is going to be a lot different than me. This is me going on vacation. I'm going to try to work on a little bit of music. I might edit a video. If I have a fill video not done by then, I'm trying to film some videos ahead, like this one. If you notice, I'm probably wearing the same shirt I wore last week. So for me, I could get away with this because this is my record with Halcyon computer and my vacation computer, and just see if I can pull off what I know I can do with the Mac and game. And I have a extra M.2 installed in here, where on the Mac, I have to have the dongle to edit files because it's only got a 500 megabyte hard drive. This has a gig hard drive, which I can upgrade, and in a second slot. So I don't have to have a dongle with this. I can just edit off the laptop. So in a way, this might be better. Now, overall, I still say that's the GOAT. And until we got our Windows laptop with the ARM chip, expandable RAM, expandable storage, an extra M.2 slot, that will become the ultimate GOAT. And I think that's going to happen versus what happened with the Mac, where everything is just DRM and not expandable. It's because on Windows there's competition. Asus can't try to screw its customers like Apple does, because there's Acer, there's HP, there's Lenovo, there's Samsung, there's a ton of companies. And once one goes like, oh, no expandable memory, another one's going to come out with a laptop just like it with an ARM chip, but with expandable memory. And people are going to go, oh, I'm going to buy that one instead. So the competition is going to make it where the Windows laptop is going to be better than the Mac. It's not there yet, but give it a couple years and mark my words, it's going to be great. So anyway, I'm just trying to make a bunch of videos before I go on vacation, and I got to get a bunch of crap done. The Apple laptop is the final boss. Once I'm able to like be happy with a Windows PC laptop, I'll be 100% happy. There won't be any pulling me back, because you use the Mac one and it's like, oh, I need the AirDrop. Can't do that with the Samsung. And it's just like, okay, do I buy an iPhone now or do I suffer? With this, got Quick Share. I don't need to worry about that. I've got it all here. I'm being positive. Hopefully in 6 months I'm not eating my words. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you next week, and have a good one.